Welcome to Now, I'm your host, Curtis Parody, bringing you the news happening in the world right now. Well, today I have some news about a crazy cat lady, because that's always a fun thing to talk about. A house being printed, yes, I'm not kidding, printed, and could the cold weather help you lose weight? Let's start today's show off with something a little crazy. A woman in the UK is officially the craziest cat person in the world, at least according to me. Also, this achievement comes with absolutely no award. Marlene Howes, age 67, has spent nearly 50 years breeding and showing off her prize-winning cats. Along the way, she's become quite famous for it, but also she's gone completely crazy. She wouldn't consider it crazy, but I sure do. They eat the best food she can buy them, sleep in the best bed she has for them, and they even have their own separate building outside Marlene's actual house. She said they have a lifestyle that most cats would wish for. Really, Marlene? You really seriously think that? Because cats know, exactly what they're missing when they don't have it. I can assure you that my two cats are pretty freaking happy with their crunchy Iams food and sleeping on their $10 cat bed I bought from Walmart. The sad part about this entire story, though, is due to her crazy cat obsession, it actually resulted in her marriage falling apart. Her husband felt she was spending too much time and money on her cats, and eventually it came to a decision. The cats or him. And because Marlene's freaking crazy, she chose, well, of course, the cats. She told the reporters when it came time to make the decision, it wasn't hard. Cats are her entire life. Yes, they are, lady. And now because you're single, and let's face it, probably going to be single for some time now, you can spend all of that time that you now have with your marriage-wrecking felines. Moral of the entire story, cats in large numbers are freaking evil. They wreck your marriages, take all your money, and they even turn you into their slaves. Mind you, whenever I look at my two cats, I think, wouldn't it be great to have a few more? Then they both look at me with their hypnotic eyes and say, yes. Okay, moving on from the crazy cat lady to some crazy awesome technology. The next story is all about 3D printing, which seems to be the rage nowadays. If you haven't heard about 3D printing, it's the system that uses plastic or materials that are kind of like plastic to create real objects in 3D, kind of like phone covers. You can create figurines or really anything that you have a 3D model of. Assuming though it's small enough to be built within the machine, that builds it. But the question comes to mind, what if the machine was bigger? Imagine what amazing things you could print. Well, a Dutch architect has thought about it and he made a decision. He's hoping that using the technology behind 3D printing that he can print an entire house. Yep, I'm not kidding, a house. Called the Landscape House, this home is what he describes as one endless surface folded in an endless Mobius band. Which, if you have no idea what that is, because really, who the heck does? It's basically just a figure eight kind of thing. This isn't a figure eight. I don't know what this is. The house is projected to cost somewhere between $5 and $6 million, and surprisingly, there's actually a ton of interest in this project already. Many museums and even private individuals are interested in the project. The first landscape house is expected to be completed at the end of 2014. Just think about it, maybe in the year like 2030, buildings won't be built in the same way we think of them now. Instead, they'll be like printed up. That'd be kind of cool. From crazy 3D printed homes to the weather in the northern hemisphere right now, which is currently winter. And let's face it, it's freaking cold, especially here in Canada. But surprisingly, that cold weather does have some perks that come along with it. If you're looking to burn off a little bit of fat, then the cold is the best thing for you. Researchers have found that our bodies store something called brown fat, which sounds completely insane. Like, really, can you come up with another name for it? Anyway, this fat is actually burnt off when our bodies get cold. This fat burn off isn't huge though, so don't go outside with like a t-shirt and shorts anytime soon and expect to lose like a ton of weight. But hey, you could lose a little bit of weight over the winter months, assuming you don't eat a bunch of food during the holiday season. The next side effect of the cold winter is kind of obvious. It actually brings us all closer together. I imagine because we have to spend more time indoors because it's freaking cold outside. Like, you're not gonna go for a jog when it's like minus 25. Mind you, you could, but not a lot of people are. A study in 2012 found that on average, we spend more time talking to our family and friends in the winter and for longer amounts of time. Besides that, another plus to the cold weather, well, all those damn disease-carrying bugs are gone. Not only are they not flying around and trying to like infect you or bite you or whatever else they do. I hate bugs personally. But if it gets really, really cold, it kills a bunch of mosquitoes and the ticks off, which is an awesome thing. So a really cold winter means a less buggy summer. If you're the athletic type though, which is obviously not me, because have you seen these arms? I'm surprised sometimes they even stay like attached to my body. There's like nothing on them. Anyway, the cold weather is actually really good for muscle recovery. A 2011 study found that at extreme low temperatures, athletes are able to recover from physical activity faster than simply resting. Runners in particular actually recover faster if exposed to the cold instead of simply resting somewhere warm. And last, for those people that are concerned about their body image, the cold temperatures can come as a relief. Now, don't feel ashamed if you're body image conscious, because heck, the world that we live in, it's kind of pushed on everyone. But in the end, as long as you're happy with who you are, that's all that matters. But if you're like myself and a little concerned with the way you look, the cold months can come as a relief. You no longer have to worry about that bikini body or whatever the male equivalent is. Due to the cold weather, I doubt you're going to be wearing anything that revealing, unless of course you plan on going somewhere warm. So surprisingly, there are plenty of things that make the cold weather just a little bit more bearable and better in my mind, though sometimes I wish it did stay a little bit warmer where I lived. And last, for all those Sims fans out there, because I know you're probably watching, The Sims 3 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff pack was released yesterday. I haven't yet got my hands on it because, well, it's really, really cold outside, and I refuse to go anywhere to get a copy. Now that I think about it, I probably should have just bought it online and then they would have shipped it to me. It would have been like really good, because then I would have had a physical copy and not had to go anywhere. Also, much less work. But anyway, if you haven't already picked up a copy and you live in North America, you can go and pick it up today, or of course purchase it online on the Origin online store. I'll hopefully be going out and picking up a copy today, and I'll have a mini review of it on Friday. Jumping back now to the story about 3D printing, if I gave you access to a huge 3D printer, let's say big enough to like print a car, what would you print first? I just want to know the first thing, because you'd probably print a bunch of other stuff after. I don't really care about that. The first thing, I want to know the first thing that you would print. Tell me what you would print in the comment section below, or of course you can let me know on my Facebook page, Twitter, or Google+. Links to all that and the other topics I talked about in today's episode in the description down below. Once you're done commenting, why not click the subscribe button down there as well? That way all of the newest episodes of Now will get sent straight to you. Then you can click the like button because you like this video, you like the content in it, or you like me. One of the three. That's 4. 3. Haha! Anyway, that's it for me today. Don't forget, I'm Curtis Parody, and that's what's happening now. Hey everyone, hopefully you enjoyed this video. You can of course check out more videos that I create by clicking on them below. Check out Now for the latest news happening in the world right now, Paradise Gaming for some fun gameplay videos, or of course my vlog channel to see what I'm like outside of my studio, if you want to know about that. Also, if you're interested in supporting the show and getting some new clothes like this shirt for yourself, you can check out the store at thecurtisparodystore.ca. See you guys next time.